Welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I'm Zakk.
I'm Shane.
We are back with Gravityfalls, Season 2, Episode 11.
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I mean, well, the big thing is revealed that Stan has a brother who looks a lot like him. Mm-hmm. And it kind of made me rethink everything.
Has six fingers?
Yeah,
hand?
there's ultimately, it was about kind of all the relationships being tested. It was about trust. And Dipper was one of Little Faith. I mean, he saw the evidence and then doubted the relationship. Mm-hmm. Mabel had faith, and she was right.
Yep.
She didn't pull the switch or didn't press the button. The world didn't end. But there was some kind of dramatic gravity effect.
Yeah.
Everything fell, and gravity falls.
Well, they had the gravitational anomalies.
Mm-hmm. And then the guy walked through.
Yep.
And it was a pretty big deal.
We're good. Let's go.
We're going.
Whoa! Neato! Mysterious boarded up cave. It might be filled with lost prehistoric life forms or Mesoamerican gold. Ladies first. Hey, don't worry, bro. Wherever we go together. Don't forget to leave our names so they know who owns the place. Pines! 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 Pines!
Stanley and Stanford. Mm-hmm. So Stanley is the other guy. Stanford, you fool! Right?
Is it?
I would imagine. Last time they cut this short.
You're actually here! Brother! Oh, ow! What the heck was that for?
This was an insanely risky move, restarting the portal.
You recognize his voice?
No. That's Doc Brown, right?
How's about maybe a thanks for saving
Can't remember his name.
to be, I don't know, some kind of sci-fi sideburn dimension?
I can't remember.
J.K. Simmons.
Oh.
Thank you after what you did 30 years ago?
What I did? Why, you ungrateful! Don't expect me to go easy on you just because you're family.
Hey, hi, Mabel here. Quick question. What the heck is going on here?
Stan, you didn't tell me there were children down here. And some sort of large, hairless gopher?
I get that a lot. They're your family.
You're the author of the journals!
You've read my journals?
I haven't just read them, I've lived them! Oh, I think I'm gonna throw up.
Yes, I have some questions about all this myself, Stanley.
Stanley?
But your name is Stanford.
Wait, you took my name? What have you been doing all these years, you knucklehead?
Why did you keep this a secret?
And what happened between you and your brother?
I'm hoping all this aligns exactly with my fanfic, Stan. If not, I will be very disappointed.
Okay. Dad was a strict man. Tough as a cinder block and not easily impressed.
I'm not impressed.
Mom was a pathologist. And then there was my nerdy twin brother Stanford. As if his abnormally high IQ wasn't enough. He also had a rare birth defect. 6 fingers on each hand. As for me, I had what Mom liked to call personality. But as different as we were the perfect team.
Kings of New Jersey! Kings of New Jersey!
They had their sunburnt.
Fucking cooked.
Listen, dorks, and listen good. You're a 6-fingered freak, and you're just a dumber, sweatier version of him. And you're lucky you have each other because neither of you will ever make any friends.
Got that Jersey accent.
Mm-hmm.
You and me are gonna sail away from this dumb town. We'll hunt for treasure, get all the girls, and be an unstoppable team of adventurers.
The future was looking bright. For both of us.
Pines twins to the principal's office.
Not you, him.
Nah.
Mr. Pines, I'd like to speak with you very frankly, if I may.
Very frankly is the only way I speak.
You have 2 sons. One of them is incredibly gifted. The other one is standing outside this room and his name's Stanley.
What are you saying?
I'm saying your son Stanford is a genius. Your son may be a future millionaire, Mr. Pines.
I'm impressed.
It's hard to do.
Little free spirits
At this rate, he'll be lucky to graduate high school. Look, there's a saltwater taffy store on the dock, and somebody's got to get paid to scrape the barnacles off of it. Stanford's going places. But hey, look on the bright side. At least you'll have one son here in New Jersey forever.
Joke's on them if they think you want to go to some stuffy college on the other side of the country. Once we get the Stan War complete, it's gonna be beaches, babes, and international treasure hunting for us.
Look, Stan, I can't pass up a chance like this. This school has cutting-edge programs in multidimensional paradigm theory.
Beep boop, I am a nerd robot. That's you. That's what you sound like.
Don't do it.
This is all your fault, you dumb machine! Oh no. Oh no, no. What did I do? There. All right. Good as new. Probably.
Oh, gosh.
But it was stable yesterday.
Kid, a perpetual motion machine has one job, to not stop. I don't think you're West Coast tech material.
No, wait, don't go!
It's pretty heartless.
So hard!
Oh, no.
Can you explain what this was doing next to my broken project? You did this because you couldn't handle me going to college on my own.
Look, it was a mistake. Although if you think about it, maybe there's a silver lining.
Silver linings.
Are you kidding me? Why would I want to do anything with the person who sabotaged my entire future?
You did what, you knucklehead?
Stanley, what's going on in here?
Wait, no, I can explain. It was a mistake.
Sure me.
You're not welcome in this household.
What? Stanford, tell him he's being crazy. Stanford? Don't leave me hanging. The treasure hunting business was slow going. Apparently gold is some kind of rare metal. I'm Stan Pines of Stanco Enterprises.
Nice.
Are you sick of this always happening to you? Then you need the chamois of the future. Made with the same material.
Nice.
It's the sham total. It's a total sham. I had made my mark all right.
Yeah.
Apparently the cheap dye I used to color them only made stains worse. Customers weren't crazy about that. Luckily they were chasing me with Stanco brand pitchforks. Suckers! Always one step ahead of the law, looking for something that would be my big break.
Yeah.
My whole life I'd been teased for my 6 fingers, but that got me thinking about anomalies. Things that were odd, unusual.
I was in great shape, living on my own, and the best part was, I didn't need help from nobody.
Hello, this is Stanford Pines. I set to work using my grant money to investigate the strange properties of this town.
Okay. Was he the guy?
Was he?
Okay, I just remember he looked a little different, but I just thought he was younger.
Yeah.
I began to keep a journal.
The journals! Sorry, just got excited there.
I began to keep a journal.
Oh. Oh, is that the...
To change them.
Yeah.
I decided to call up my old college buddy, Fiddleford McGucket, a young but brilliant mechanic who was wasting his talent trying to make personal computers in some garage in Palo Alto.
Hello, Fiddleford Computer Majigs? You say you're trying to build a trans-universal polydimensional metavortex?
Many long nights were spent perfecting the machine.
Toby Determined's the little ugly guy.
Okay.
The get him guy.
What did you see? Fiddleford?
When gravity falls and Earth becomes sky, fear the beast with just one eye.
Bill Cipher.
This machine is dangerous. You'll bring about the end of the world with this. Destroy it before it destroys us all!
I don't need him or anybody.
Just give me a few more days, Rico. I'll pay your goons back, I swear.
Kind of out of shape now. Living in motels, eating junk food probably.
Who is it? Have you come to steal my eyes?
Well, I can always count on you for a warm welcome.
I created it to unlock the mysteries of the universe. But it could just as easily be harnessed for terrible destruction. Remember our plans to sail around the world on a boat? Take this book, get on a boat, and sail as far away as you can. Bury it where no one can find it.
That's it? You finally want to see me after 10 years?
Stanley, you don't understand what I'm up against. What I've been through.
You think you've got problems? I've got a mullet, Stanford! Meanwhile, where have you been? I'll get rid of it right now.
No, you don't understand.
You said you wanted me to have it, so I'll do what I want with it.
My research.
You left me behind, you jerk. It was supposed to be us forever.
You ruined your own life. Stanley! Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Are you all right? Ow!
He's got that on his back.
Well, then you can have them.
Whoa. Stanley, help me!
Oh no, what do I do?
Stanley! Stanley! Do something! Stanley!
I just got him back. I can't lose him again. Come on. Stanford! Or the night after that.
Recognize the room?
Oh, yeah.
Recognize that place?
Just the bread then there,
No.
stranger? That'll be 99 cents.
Hey.
That's no stranger. That must be the mysterious science guy that lives in the woods.
No, you got the wrong guy.
I've heard strange stories
Hey.
about that old
Toby.
shack.
Yeah, mysterious
Dale.
nights and
That guy in the back, what's his name?
Hitchens.
Yes, I do give tours. 10? No, $15 a person.
So, what did you say your name was, you man of mystery?
Oh, Stanford Pines.
Ah! My eye!
Oh, no.
I can assure you that is in no way permanent. For once in my life, people were actually buying what I was selling. And so the Murder Hut was born. Later renamed the Mystery Shack.
The murder what?
Murder Hut.
I couldn't risk anyone learning the truth and sabotaging my mission. So I lied to everyone. The town, my family, your parents, even you kids.
So all this time, you were just trying to save your brother. Uncle Stan, I'm so sorry I didn't believe you.
I heard talking. It was coming from downstairs.
Oh no, it's too late. The agents are coming for us.
What do we do?
We might be able to defeat those agents.
Hey.
Of course. I don't know how you got a hold of one of these, but this is perfect.
How do you know about that?
Just amplify the signal to a radio headset frequency.
Well, he may not have been gone before after Fiddleford left.
Everyone
Oh,
plug your
okay.
ears. Stand down, gentlemen. I've been sent with the latest intel from Washington. According to this very real report, the power surges in Gravityfalls were actually due to radiation from an unreported meteor shower. But I'll need all of your floppy disks and 8 tracks, right?
Everything about this case is contained on this drive.
Well, what are you waiting for? A kiss on the cheek? Get out of here before I have your butts court-martialed.
Yes, sir.
Dumper.
You look like Dad.
No, don't say that.
Okay, Stanley, here's the deal. You can stay here for the summer to watch the kids. I'll stay down in the basement and try to contain any remaining damage. But when the summer's over, you give me my house back, you give me my name back, and this Mystery Shack junk is over forever. You got it?
What?
You stay away from the kids. I don't want them in danger. Because as far as I'm concerned, they're the only family I have left.
Jeez, were you a little harsh?
Did you hear what they said? I think Uncle Ford said they're gonna buy us puppies made of ice cream. Might be wishful thinking, though.
He did the portal because he's Stan, but he's not Stan.
Zeus, it's 3 in the morning.
Okay, I understand. Anyway, Act 2. Stan started going
That was our reaction. Now we're going to talk about it. What'd you think?
It's kind of a mind blower.
Yeah?
It obviously gives most of the answers. It gives me answers to things I didn't know I wanted. Like, I didn't know he had a brother, and that it gave me the answer of how everything happened and why it happened the way it happened. It's kind of a sad story.
It is. You
Yeah.
find out they had a sister?
Yeah.
Shermie?
Yeah, I figured... Well, I mean, I figured Stanley had to have some kind of sibling.
Mm-hmm.
But we just...
To be a grunkle.
Yeah. So, in that... So, what's the baby's name again? Shermie.
Shermie.
So it's
Shermie's grandkids is what he said.
Okay, so it's
probably a nickname.
Is it a brother or sister?
Could be a brother. Could be Sherman. But who the fuck would call Sherman a Shermie?
Someone who's a baby? I don't know.
He wouldn't call them that now. They're all old. Especially an old man.
Yeah, I don't know.
They call him like Sherm.
So I wonder, if that brother was pretty, or that brother or that sister must have been pretty in the dark.
I just assumed it was a woman. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it could be. Yeah. But either way, they're probably in the dark then.
I think the blanket was yellow. That's like a baby neutral color.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Yellows and greens.
Mm-hmm.
That Easterish color.
So his name's not Stanford. Not Stanford, you fool. Now,
No, it's Stanley.
Yeah, I feel like it's,
That's why I didn't know on his license plate.
Yeah.
On his car it says Stanley Mobile.
Okay. Well, I guess Stanley just
a fan made it a point to point that out one time.
Okay.
Like, are you gonna tell him about it? No, not yet, because he didn't even know what to think of it because he wouldn't have imagined that he had a different name.
No, I mean, I guess I just thought Stanley is something you call Stanford.
I don't know. Honestly, I've never known a Stanford. I've known a Ford.
Yeah.
But never a Stanford.
You think Ford was short for Stanford?
Could have been.
Yeah.
Could have been Ford. I think when he died, I think they had Ford Starkey.
Okay, why was Bill short for William? Bill, there's Will, but why not call him Will? And Dick and Richard.
Bill's easier to say than Will.
Is it?
Yeah, to me it is Bill. Will. You exercise your mouth a little more. In the English with those pursed lips, they're like, Bill.
Why are they mad though?
Well, they do have pursed lips though. You know about English people?
You're not the better.
They have very thin lips.
I always feel like in movies when they're turning their nose up to someone, they're doing that. Like
a lot of times they do have very thin lips.
I don't know.
Most of them don't have the big. I don't know. They have pursed lips. They look like they're sucked on a lemon.
I feel like when they
not to their detriment, because there's very cool actresses that are British. Sometimes the women, I guess, don't have the pursed lips, but
I feel like Keira Knightley, she got those kind of big lips.
Well, definitely a lot more of the prominent British actors that I know and revere definitely have the pursed lips. But some of them have just, by all accounts,
I feel like when they're enunciating
lips.
something. Yeah, I mean, like when they're trying to clearly say it. Like
I don't know, Bob Peck, Muldoon, he had those thin lips, very British look.
Yeah, he did.
Peter Cushing.
I wouldn't think he had thin ones. I guess. You mean you talk about the way they talk, right?
Also, the way their mouth is. They just have a very tight look to them.
The first two are intense men. You know what I mean?
Muldoon wasn't that intense.
I think he was kind of intense.
I mean, probably more intense than anyone else in that movie, I guess.
Yeah.
Because he was the only one taking things seriously. Everyone else was like, "Oh, it's a Jurassic Funhouse," and him and Malcolm were the only ones saying, "Hey, this isn't a good idea." And then one of them dies, and one of them breaks his leg. So,
yeah, J.K. Simmons. I guess I kind of thought it was Doc Brown. They kind of sound similar.
J.K. Simmons.
Okay.
You brought up him earlier on in the series in a reaction, and I said no, but he does play a role later on.
Okay.
But here it is.
Yeah, so when Stan had his flashback earlier, talked about his dad being harsh, teaching him, having him take lessons to box. Yeah, obviously we didn't see the kind of the dorkier, smarter brother.
Stanford.
We didn't see Stanford at the time. So
he actually looked a little more like Stanford.
I guess what was weird to me is that in my head I thought like this whole family has had this generational legacy in Gravityfalls, but they didn't. Yeah, it doesn't disappoint me, but I guess it surprises kind of my headcanon a little bit. Yeah,
it's the best kind of headcanon.
Yeah. By the way, poster on the wall that Stanford had. I'm pretty sure I saw like an animated version of Carl Sagan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, on the right.
Yeah.
And the other one was Nikola Tesla.
Okay, I didn't recognize Tesla, but I'm pretty sure on the right was Carl Sagan.
Okay, I didn't recognize that guy, but I recognized Tesla.
Okay. So. And then him and McGucket were friends. Yeah. And McGucket helped build that machine.
Yep. Then he lost his shit after getting his head stuck in the portal. And fried his brain.
The biggest question to me is, what's in that portal? What was he doing there? He was dressed like a badass. He looked like he was Denzel Washington from the Book of Eli.
Yeah. He's been in there for 30 years, surviving.
Yeah, is it like Jumanji in there? You know what I mean?
It's probably a hellhole.
Was that a gun on his back?
I'm not going to tell you. You're going to see.
Okay.
Did it look like a gun?
Yeah, I thought so.
Okay, well, I know you can't smell it. You can't tell me if it smells like a gun. You didn't use it yet, so you can't tell me if it operates like a gun. But if it looks like something...
something that...
A lot of times it is.
Okay.
It's just like one of those little switchblade combs.
Like a big one?
No, not on there. I just meant if something looks like something,
and
usually
then he pulls it out, he's like... doing someone's hair. Oh, it was just...
Shane, you fool. The ShamWow.
The what?
The ShamWow. It's a total sham.
Yeah, no, that
I can see you being Stanley. Fucking con man. Selling sham towels.
When I see, like, con men that are, like, really, I guess...
Kind of like the Saul Goodman type of con men.
Well, when I see that, I don't want to be that.
He's a little more successul.
I guess I want to be like someone like the Mentalist or someone like...
You want to be the suave con man.
Yeah, that's that's what I would prefer.
Not the used car salesman variety of con man.
No. But I don't think I'd be competent enough to even be the sleazy kind, personally.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you'd be that kind.
So why not destroy the journal?
I know. That's one thing. Stanford's pride wouldn't allow it to be destroyed. He just wanted it taken away.
I always felt like...
But Stanley could have easily just taken it out in the woods and burned it.
Yeah, he could.
Came back later and said, yeah, all right. I hit it.
Yeah, I mean, the way everything happened was kind of fast. But I know it's a cartoon. They got to show everything. But, like, yeah, I was still sad. So I wonder if Stan Lee didn't seem like he communicated too much with his parents after that, maybe.
No, I don't believe he did.
Yeah. So that one little...
Obviously, he had to be in touch with somebody because probably not after Ford disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
But he had to have been in touch with Shermie for the kids to be able to go.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
So
and Shermie at the time was basically a baby
when they were younger. Yeah.
Yeah. So when he got kicked out of the house,
she's probably maybe 16, 17 years their junior.
Yeah.
So because they were getting ready to graduate,
mm-hmm.
and she was just a baby. Presumably around a year old because she was still being coddled like that.
Yeah, I don't really like the idea of him taking the mystery shack and all this other bullshit. Like, that got pissed me off.
He said he was staying there to try to figure out how to bring his brother back, and until he could, he had to pay the mortgage on the house.
Yeah, but he's now been there longer.
The portal's there. He has to keep the house to keep the portal, to keep hope alive, to bring his brother back.
I know, but after that, he said...
Oh, you mean Ford?
Yeah, Ford saying that he wanted... Yeah. This is over. This is,
Yeah.
Like, you've been gone for 30 years.
Well, they've still got a beef with each other. It hasn't been settled after they just came out of a portal.
Yeah, I mean, in my head, I presume that's not going to happen. So...
You presume?
I hope not. You know what I mean? Like, I do know the creator has talked about, like, he felt like they had a great ending, but he would love to tell more stories, and he said...
Well, I know that the song...
Yeah.
The Fiddle for McGucket was playing in the garage sounded like Foggy Mountain Breakdown, but it's not Foggy Mountain Breakdown. It just reminded me of it. That's completely off topic.
What the hell has that got to do with anything? I'm pretty satisfied with the answers they gave me.
It's definitely a very satisfying tale.
Yeah.
Not just Stan being a clandestine, evil, typical cartoon villain.
Yeah, I didn't think that was it. Like I didn't want to believe it, at least. You know what I mean? Yeah. But no, I'm...
It would change so much about the show in the wrong way.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Pitting them against each other.
Yeah. So, I have a lot of questions about Gravityfalls 2, and I don't imagine they could or would want to answer all of them. But I got a lot of questions. But my big questions now are about Bill Cipher. I imagine McGucket saw something about he said something about the one-eyed something.
Yeah.
I imagine that was Bill. I don't know.
Beast with one eye.
Yeah. What's on the other side of there? That's...
A bunch of strange things, Shane.
Yeah.
Strange things. Like time babies.
And, is it because Gravityfalls is, a thin part between the dimensions? Is, so some of that different universe energies leaking through, affecting things?
Reminds me of...
Annihilation?
No. Skinwalker Ranch. But they basically were surmising that was a thinner spot.
Okay.
Or at least a spot that had pooled interest in interdimensional activity. And they talk about some fucking hole opening up and some long, black, lanky thing dropping out of it and shit. And whether or not any of that's true, I don't know. I've never been
so it's
there.
these are the dimensions.
Yeah.
And there's this Gravityfalls, this is Skinwalker Ranch. Yeah. So it's weird to think about because astrophysicists have said, there's almost definitely parallel dimensions. And there's an article that came out the other day, I didn't feel like reading it, but it was talking about proving it.
I never feel like reading anything anymore. And part of me still wishes I could. I remember a while back, I told someone, a friend of mine, I just wanted to dumb myself down, which is one reason I was probably just putting myself away from books and drinking a lot.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to think so much anymore.
What do you think about Things that
I overthink.
Make you upset.
Yeah.
I don't think you should do that ever again.
I think I succeeded because now it's harder for me to get into anything.
Yeah.
Like I hardly read anymore. I got to sit there and just.
But you still got strong opinions. So like the version of you I didn't like that I read a lot, that's still here. Bring that guy back and get rid of this guy.
I know. It's like I can't. It's what all that's left is a shell. It's like the armor of the crab and all the meat's gone.
That's a terrible thing.
Tell me about it.
You crack these things open sometimes and
there's nothing there.
Or you think you're going to pull out a good part.
I know, a big supple piece of meat and you just get nothing.
Yeah, or it's worse and you're ripping it apart.
Disappointing. I've had that when we're on the river. We get crab and steak meals at the end of the trip.
Really?
Yeah, the big snow crab legs and shit.
Did you guys just order it? Would you?
No, he'd make it. The cook would make it.
Okay.
So I guess they were frozen.
Yeah.
But they weren't fresh by any means. We didn't catch them out of the river.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
But it's because you guys are on a boat, you kept the spirit of eating on the water alive.
Well, just, fishing, or, crab legs and steak, filet mignon.
Yeah.
Pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Free meal out of the trip.
So you would eat them?
But, yeah, you have that moment where you crack into those snow crab legs and fucking pull out nothing. That's just like that little strand, little tendon or something.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
I love crab and...
I do too.
I love crab more than lobster, personally. I like lobster.
I haven't had lobster in a while.
Yeah.
But I've had crab more recently down at the Outer Banks and stuff, because everything's fresh caught.
It's so good. Yeah.
It is.
Have you had blue crabs?
I don't even know what kind of crab it was.
That's the first crab I had in my life. Was Maryland blue crabs. My friend Corbin.
I wasn't in Maryland.
Yeah. Well, we were in West Virginia. We ate it, but well, his parents fished it, and they lived in West Virginia.
Oh, okay.
And the first time I had it, I was cracking them open, and they don't eat the lungs, don't eat this. They were telling me what to not eat, and I remember dipping in that butter, and I was a changed man from that point.
The Men in Black incident, where he, used the totem pole.
Yeah, that was cool.
Men in Black.
So, yeah, I was trying to get a timeline of, we saw McGucket kind of spiral out of control a little bit. So he was obviously still around Stanford. Or Stanford would know about that. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I was thinking...
He would have been associated with the area, so Stanford probably would have been aware of... I'm very sure at least the Society of the Blind Eye was aware of him. I thought they mentioned something along those lines. But
well, because McGucket was still seen to be kind of more in his prime.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure when he invented the gun.
It wasn't really... You remember when... he didn't invent it then. It was after he quit.
Okay.
And it was after he quit and had gone around and was living in that area and was seeing things. If you remember that Society of the Blind Eye, when it shows his memories, he's like, I saw this today.
Well, how did Stanford know about the gun?
Well, he was investigating shit in that area all the time. He probably...
Well, if it wasn't invented yet, though, right?
It may have been invented while Stanford was still there.
Okay.
Because you remember after Stanford quit, Stanford was still there for a while, had written to Stanley, invited him to come out there and help him with his journals.
Good. Yeah, good
In
point.
That time, Stanford was hiding his other journals.
Good point. There was a gap. My bad.
The talk between Seuss and Wendy at the end.
Yeah.
When Seuss is just going on and on about shit.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you ever feel that way about somebody when you're like, maybe you're unloading on them and they're on the other end?
I feel like I used to. I try to, when they're doing it to me especially, I try not to ever feel that way. I feel like sometimes I do it to people. I'm not saying I've never done it. I never usually unload too much, at least not.
A lot of people do it to you?
I feel like a lot of people vent to me quite a bit. And I'm probably pretty blessed that people want to do that, so I try to...
Maybe it's because it was the opposite way at one time, where you'd always talk to them.
Yeah, probably.
I try to talk to you.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I got a lot of worldly wisdom.
Good or bad karma.
Yeah, I think I got a lot of worldly wisdom, and I also got experience, from mistakes. So, yeah. So I try to think that, Shane, you're blessed and privileged to be able to hear that people want to talk to you, so you should listen,
Fair.
But, okay, we just got a lot of answers. I really like them, but what's Bill Cipher have to do with anything? Besides, obviously, he's trying to come to this dimension and destroy it. So Dipper conjured him like a demon. Mm-hmm. So he basically created his own portal.
It wasn't Dipper that conjured him.
Oh, it was shit. You're right. It was it was Gideon. Yep. Little Gideon. So he used
the Dipper summoned him later.
Yeah.
Because of the incident with the laptop.
Yeah. So Gideon summoned him, and now he's here. And that was probably the first time he was here. He's been on that dimension. Mm-hmm. And I imagine when he said, "Oh, Gravityfalls, oh, the Pines," and he was probably thinking of Stanford, who was over there like fucking John Connor, Okay.
There's still answers.
Yeah.
Still questions.
Okay. Presumably, it's a good thing now that Stanford is here because he's probably going to have a lot of knowledge about that.
You're going to find out.
Okay. No, I'm really, really satisfied, and it's really cool. Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, I understand why people want us to react to these two together, but, it was still going to come out a week apart.
Yeah.
No, guys, I really liked it. I'm really excited, and I was putting this episode on the drive earlier. I was looking, man, we are almost done. It's really sad. So we got to start thinking about what we're going to replace this with. So
yeah, we're thinking about like Bob Ross.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking.
Or Richard Simmons.
That's it.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. If you like what we do here, like and subscribe. If you don't, just don't and forget it. But you can comment down below and tell us all about it. See ya.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.
He always gets antsy about those 20 seconds.